Stalled a little bit, but DC hasn't been able to get things clicking yet so far offensively.
Well, in very good field position. First on the original kickoff to start the game, and then after the fumble, and now they're on their 45-yard line, only 55 yards away from pay dirt again.
1st and 10 at their own 45, going left to right. Christensen single wide out to the right. Wing T backfield, handed off, coming around left side with it. Rasper, good job defensively peeling off and making the tackle there is number 76. No gain for Rasper on that carry around right side on that one for GSL.
Blake Snyder on that tackle for the Chargers.
He's had a nice game, too,
yes, he is.
as Blake Snyder for DC. 2nd and 10. Wishbone backfield, single wide out, Cantac to the right. Going to hand it off. Second man through, right side with it. Strike, waits, jukes around one tackler, gets it across midfield, and he's got himself a first down, a pickup of 11 on that one for Strike as he hopped around defenders through the middle, following his blockers, and another first down for the Panthers.
But kept those feet churning at him. That's the key thing for that running back, to keep those legs pounding away. So when they were starting to grab and reach for him,
There's under 10 minutes left to go in the first half. GSL up 6-0. Thanks for joining us here on 106.9 KARP. Single wideout Cantac to left. I formation backfield with Rasper, the deep man, in the eye. Flanker left side is Strike. They're going to deep right side. GSL.
Nicholas picked up the tackle for the Chargers.
Pickup of 9. 1st and 10 for GSL at the Charger 28-yard line. Going left to right. Cantac single wide out to the right. Wing T backfield for the Panthers with Leppel, the deep man. They're going to keep right side with it. Johnson trying to find the edge. Nothing found there. He gets stuffed and then run backwards on that one. Good job play stretching that one out and really preventing any. They'll give him forward progress, a pickup of a yard for Johnson on that one.
They probably need to stick it in Leppel's hands a little bit. They've figured out that he's just the tease back or whatever, the fake back, and they've been keeping it in the quarterback's hands. Now you got to go back and hand it off to him in the middle or give it to Strike, one of the other backs.
Strike and Leppel in the pro set backfield. They hand it off to Leppel. They are listening to you, Clancy, but he trips up and gets brought down at the 35-yard line. A pickup of 2 on that one for Leppel.
Well, that only makes it effective when he carries that fake out good. You got to be bent over. You got to make those defensive people think that you've got the ball, and he's done a good job with that.
Brings up a 3rd and 6 for GSL at the DC 25. Need to get to the 19 for a first down. Wishbone backfield, single wide out to the right. Going to hand it off right side with a Strike. Following his blockers, gets it across the 20. Close to a first down. Gets stood up there by the Chargers, but he keeps leaning, keeps those legs churning, and I think he'll have enough for a first down. We'll win it, but I don't think he's got enough. Okay, they'll bring the chains out and double check. Pickup of 6 on that carry, and I think it'll be 4th down.
Far ref had held up the fist, signaling a 4th down, but it's close enough. Bring it way across the field here to check. The Panthers will go for this at this stage of the game and where they're located. If you try a field goal and miss it, they're going to get it back here anyway. So
they bring out the chain gang and they'll stretch the chain out. I believe it's going to be just short, or maybe not. Yep.
Yep.
Boy, that's a full yard.
That's a full yard. Yep.
I thought they needed to get to the 19. They needed to get to the 18 and a half.
That down box looks like it's a little further back than what the chain was or whatever. But it's still very manageable. I mean, it's a play to run. I'm assuming they'll keep it on the ground. Do they hand it off to the fullback or do they keep it in the quarterback's hands? They've also had 2 guys leading Strikes through the hole, too, and that's been very effective. He just puts his hands on them, and it's going to be one in the trenches here right now.
4th and 1 for the Panthers. They come up to the line with a pro set backfield. Leppel and Strike in that backfield. Quick snap, handoff, middle. Leppel first down. Got it. Keeps the legs driving. Falls forward up to the 16-yard line. And a pickup of 4 on that carry for Leppel.
7:45 to go here in the second quarter. 6-0, Panthers leading.
Well, and Clancy, this has just been prototypical GSL
Yep.
football, too.
Yep.
Just grinding the clock out with their drives here. They had nearly an 8-minute drive to start off. The game didn't end up with any points. This one started at their own 45 with 11:08 left to go. They've almost run 4 minutes off on this drive. Pro set backfield. Handoff, Leppel up the middle with it, driving those legs, keeps him going, gets it up to the 10-yard line. And a nice pickup of 7 on that one for Leppel.
Caleb Christofferson with the stop on the play there for the Chargers.
So bring up a 2nd and 4. Is strike, cuts it in across the 10, off the 5, wrapped up, brought down just shy of the goal line on that one, and a pickup of 9 for strike left side. Just a simple toss play, Clancy.
Oh, he follows those blockers so nice. He knows how to let the blocks open up the spots for him, and then he can shift good from one side to the other. He hasn't had that chance to really cut away the burner speed or whatever, and that time, again, just did a great job following his blockers.
So now 1st and goal from the 1. Wishbone backfield, turn, handoff, strike right side. He's in. That's his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and GSL has extended their lead to 12-0. A 1-yard touchdown run for Carson Strike.
That's another $20 donated by First Minnesota Bank to the Glencoe Boosters, so that's $340 on the year that's donated to the Boosters from First National Bank.
6:31 left to go in the first half. GSL, after the miss on the extra point last time, is going to go for 2 here. We'll see. From the 3-yard line, they'll mark it. Center of the field. I formation, strike the deep man, single wide out, Gage Allslaben to the right side. Play action, roll to his right, looking, has Christensen, throws it behind him. Christensen trying to get back to it, can't, incomplete. Pass failed. It'll be a 12-0 score on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard in favor of GSL. 6:31 left to go in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds here on KARP.
First Minnesota Bank is a proud supporter of GSL Athletics. Whether the Panthers are home or away, bank on the go with the FMB mobile app. Check your balances, make a payment, and transfer money right from your phone. Download FMB mobile on the App Store or get it on Google Play today. Member FDIC. Next to your home, your car is your biggest investment. Don't settle for less.
11
Go
play
with the experts
drive.
at Pro Auto in Glencoe and Hutchinson.
14
They can handle
play
all
drive.
repairs to all makes and models, from the simple to complex.
25,
See the pros at Pro Auto in Hutchinson and
30
Glencoe.
plays to...
Yeah, let's see, about 30 plays.
Welcome back, everyone. Stevens Seminary Stadium. That was a 55-yard drive. Took 11 plays. Took 5:37 off the clock. And GSL with a touchdown run by Strike. 2-point conversion pass failed. Gives us our 12-0 lead in favor of GSL over DC with 6:31 left to go. Sanchez to kick the ball off, this time from the right hash, going left to right for GSL. Kick is away along the... A nice job by the defense to come on in and make the tackle on that one. Good return on that one for Cole Cochran. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 30 for DC. But Clancy, this is a time this offense for DC needs a couple of first downs and needs to give that defense a breather on the sideline.
Alex Eide with the tackle on that kickoff return by the Chargers.
Just
and that
7 plays offensively so far for DC, and we're at 6:25 left to go in the first half. Kaiser, the single wide out to the left, 3 to the right in the shotgun formation. Johnson to the left of the quarterback, Risenen, where he has a fumble in this game. Swing pass out right side over the head.
That was almost kind of a flanker screen or wide
Bubble
out
screen, yeah.
Bubble screen, yeah, yep.
Everyone was playing back defensively, and then the wide receivers were coming out. Yardage for the Chargers.
So far, the offensive line for the Chargers has done a good job giving Risenen adequate time back there.
4 wideouts, 2 left, 2 right. Running back Johnson to the left of the quarterback. Risenen takes the waist high snap. Pressure comes. Risenen throw near side. Is that one caught? No, out of bounds. Ruzicka underneath on that one. Forced him to throw it a little bit higher. Asplin tried to get the toe down. Not able to do so. Incomplete. But boy, good pressure was coming as Risenen had some blindside pressure. I don't know if he felt that at all, Clancy.
Well, what they did, they kept Blake Johnson back in, and then he kind of slid out of the backfield there after he actually got 5 guys blocking 4 right now, so the advantage is definitely in the Chargers. So far, the Panthers have not blitzed any of their linebackers.
3rd and 10. Shotgun 4 wide, 2 to each side. Ball on the left hash. Rising with the running back Johnson to his right. Takes the head high snap. Blitz comes. Has time. Step throw over the middle. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Asplin. Making contact was Repke right away. And that one overthrown, and a 3 and out for DC. And Clancy, if you're a Chargers fan, this is not the drive you wanted to see here, as they've been just begging for a first down after that first drive.
Well, right. I mean, the one thing to try another type of pass with that 4-man rush, could you drop a little screen pass over the middle of that? And when you've got them blitzing in, maybe get your quarterback. Your quarterback is throwing high to his receivers right now.
Asplin to punt, standing at his own 18-yard line. Dane Schwartz back to receive at his own 38 for GSL. Ball on the left hash, takes a snap. Not much of a rush. Nice punt again by Asplin, a high one. Fair catch called for and held on to at the 38-yard line. Dean Schwartz not happy with himself as he caught it, then looked up the field and saw there was plenty of room had he had the chance to get it going. But with 5:59 left to go, I think GSL just very content with taking the field position. 1st and 10 at their own 38, going left to right, leading 12-0 to the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard, but another 3 and out for the Chargers here, Clancy.
Well, and with the passing game, maybe you have to go back to Johnson and try a little bit of a running attack to see if you can get that part of your game going and then revert back to the pass. They need a hold here. They can't give them another touchdown here.
Christensen, the wide out to the right, ball in the right hash, slanted I formation. They're trying to do the read play, and that one blown up by Blake Snyder in the backfield. Leppel got it and lost 2.
Oh, he met him chest to chest and just wrestled him right to the floor.
Well,
to the mat.
That's a big play for DC there, especially on first down. Puts GSL off their normal chain of command for offensive plays. Losing 2 on first down makes it 2nd and 12. 5.5 left to go in the first half. 12-0 GSL leading over DC. Coming out shotgun, 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Christensen wide right, Cantak single man wide left. Take a head high snap, looking, pressure comes. Johnson tried to run with it, and he gets wrapped down. Blake Snyder again, and that's a big sack for the Chargers. A loss of about 6 on that one for Johnson. And boy, Clancy, he had a couple guys open short if he just pulled the trigger and made the pass for Johnson on that one. Didn't make the right read.
5'11", 233-pound defensive lineman, and he's a load. He's fighting off the offensive lineman from the Panthers and just really.
GSL, 4:40 and counting left to go. Shotgun again, 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Christensen single man wide right, takes a snap, option play left side with Leppel. Johnson holding on to it. Now he tosses it off to Leppel, and Leppel will get it across the 30 and up to the 34-yard line for a pickup of 3 on the play, for a pickup of 4 on the play. But the problem with that one, Clancy, is if they were trying to run a sprint option out to that left side, Johnson's he had the ball in his right hand. He needed to switch it over to his left. Right. He made a pitch with his right hand across his body to Leppel. Punt team comes on.
Nolan Hallahan with a nice stop there for the Chargers, forcing them backwards in this whole drive. No positive yardage on this drive for the Panthers.
So the punt team comes out for the first time. Christensen to punt. 2 guys back to receive for DC. Christensen gets it, has time. He'll run. Good kick. It is up. It is a high one, and fair catch called. No, not called for. And immediately wrapped up and brought down was Blake Johnson. A gutty play trying to make that there. 1st and 10 at their own 31. For DC with 3:45 left to go in the opening half, but a big stop there for the defense of DC, and they'll see if their offense can respond in kind.
Well, they need to get some type of an offense started here before. Even if they don't, they need to put some first down drives together here and get that offense working a little bit.
Shotgun 4 wide, 2 to each side, rising in with the running back Johnson to his right. Sends Johnson over to his left side. Read option, handoff. Johnson with it up the middle, bouncing it, finding some room across the 35 up to the 40. He'll be shy, or will he have enough for a first down?
Maybe
it looks
about
like
a half yard short, just short.
I think they're going to give it to him here, Clancy. Yes, pickup of 10 for Johnson on the carry, and that's a big first down, just the second of the game for DC. 12-0 GSL leading on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard with 3:37 left to go first half. Chargers hurry up to the line as the ball is deemed ready for play. 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Running back Johnson to the left of the quarterback Risenen. Defenders having to sprint around here. Takes the snap, keep up the middle. Risenen with it across the 45, dives. He's going to be close to a first down. He'll be just shy. Actually, they're waving to stop.
That's short.
Yep, short. So pickup of 9 on that one for Risenen.
And in that situation, the Chargers had 3 wide receivers out to the left and only 2 defensive backs covering 3. So that they caught him off guard there a little bit. Same situation here now.
3 left, 1 to the right. Running back Johnson to the left of the quarterback Risenen takes the snap. 4-man rush, has time, steps, throws deep. Has a man overthrown, though. Intended receiver Ben Lundquist, and he was open going up the field, Clancy, but the pass again, Risenen has just been a little too strong on his passes tonight.
Beautiful spiral pass that time. I mean, he had a little time and had his receiver out in front of him there.
More checking in defensively for GSL's Paul Lemke into the line.
Probably putting 5 men up front, I'm guessing.
Yep, this is a wishbone backfield and a little bit of a different look from DC. 3rd and inches, Rising under center. Turn, hand off, right side Johnson with it, finding room. He's got the first down. He's got a lot more. He's to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. 5, touchdown. 49 yards on the touchdown run for Blake Johnson on the 4th and inches.
Had everybody kind of bunched up to the line, and when he got through that first wave of tacklers, he had free rolling all the way to the end zone, and quickly now cut that lead to 6 score.
And now Asplin on for the extra point, and boy, how this game has changed here in just a couple of seconds, Clancy.
Well, we were hoping that they maybe got a little bit of offense going. Well, they got more than a little offense. They got a touchdown out of this.
Asplin on for the extra point. Snap is there. Spot is down. Kick is up from Asplin, and it is good. 12-7 GSL leads on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard, but the Chargers respond. Hold on just a second here. Flag on the play? Did I miss something? Maybe roughing the kicker penalty?
Yeah, yep.
And that's what it is.
Yep.
So we'll assess that on the kickoff, I believe. 12-7 the score. 2:52 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. We're back in 30 seconds on KARP.
Low prices and great selection are what you'll find every day at Coburn Superstore. The freshest
they went back to
produce,
running the ball,
meat,
and that
complete line
broke
of
it
frozen
open for
items,
them.
A full-service pharmacy, deli, and convenience store are all available at Coburn's. It's all at Coburn Superstore on 11th Street in Glencoe.
Your home of the Whoppers at Burger King in Glencoe. The Whoppers are quarter pound of savory fire-grilled beef topped with juicy tomatoes, fresh cut lettuce, mayo, crunchy pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. Order with fries or onion rings and a fountain drink to make it a meal. Treat your family with a stop at Burger King in Glencoe.
Well, nice drive for the Chargers of DC as they get the big touchdown run. 5 plays. Blake Johnson on the 3rd and inches with the 49-yard touchdown run. Extra point from Asplin up and good. Makes it a 12-7 score here with 2:52 left to go. That drive just took 53 seconds off of the clock, so a big play there. And really has swung the momentum of this game. Remember, DC will have the ball first to start the second half of this game, so the running into the kicker penalty will allow DC to kick off from the 45-yard line. Now GSL changing up their kick coverage, guys, flipping the side since the ball's being placed on the far hash mark.
Do you try an onside kick?
Well, you can see they're ready just in case.
Yeah,
They got guys back for the regular kick, and just in case, it's a nice kick from Asplin. To the far numbers, it'll be caught at the 15-yard line, taken to the 20, to the 25, cutting it back near side is Moore to the 30, jukes around another guy looking for a blocker to the 35 and up to the 40. Nice return from Zach Moore all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's where GSL will start with 2:44 left to go in the first half, leading 12-7.
Zach Moore, 5'5", 135-pound sophomore.
A little water bug out there, Clancy.
But now Panthers in decent position here at 2:44 to go here in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at their own 42. Ball on the right hash, going left to right.
Got to get the ball change in here.
And they've done that. Wishbone backfield. Turn, hand off. Second man through, right side, strike with it. Bumps into Johnson. He keeps the legs driving across the 45, across midfield, and a pickup of 11 on first down for strike.
Luke Ahmet on the tackle for the Chargers. The Charger uniforms starting to show a little dirt on them or mud on them. They're not as white as when they first came out here.
They were pristine white earlier. They're getting a nice shade of brown and green and black to them.
Field holding up good, though, so far.
Handoff right side with a strike, trying to follow his blockers again. Weaves his way through across the 40 to the 35 and up to the 34-yard line on that one. And a pickup of 13 for Strike. And Clancy again, patient running by Carson Strike, kind of reminiscent of Le'Veon Bell in the professional realm, looking, waiting for the block to happen, and then just firing on through.
Caden Schmidt on the stop there for the Chargers. He knows so well how to let his blockers get in front of him. He doesn't try to outrun them.
Handoff up the middle with it. Leppel gets stuffed on that one and run backward. He gets it up to the 34. So just back to the original line of scrimmage, no gain for Leppel on the carry. He'll bring up 2nd and 10, clock rolling. 2 minutes and counting left to go in the first half. 12-7 GSL leading on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard.
Blake Snyder with another big stop. He has been awesome on that defensive front for the Chargers tonight.
2nd and 10, ball in the right hash. I formation backfield, make it slanted eye to the left side with Strike the deep man. They're going to hand it off to Leppel up the middle across the 30 to the 25-yard line. Gets stood up. Pyle getting pushed forward for GSL as Leppel's feet weren't even on the ground. He'll have enough for a first down up to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 11 on that carry for Leppel.
Leppel runs different than Strike does. He's got more power in his legs. He runs a little bit straight up, but they just can't bring him down. You got to take him low if you're going to bring him down.
Rasper, the deep man in the eye. They hand it off to Leppel again across the 20 up to the 18. Make it 19-yard line. Pickup of 4. Clock rolling. Yes, it is.
Jacob Schmitz, one of the several tacklers for the Chargers.
Minute 10 left to go. Defense trying to make a quick switch for DC. Single wide out. Cantac to the right. Wishbone backfield. Johnson turn. Handoff right side. Strike with it. Gets tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line. A pickup of 3. Clock now to the minute mark of this first half. GSL leading 12-7 on the drive at the Charger 16-yard line. Have a 3rd and 3 upcoming as they're trying to sprint the play call in with under 50 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts left for GSL if they deem to use them.
Keaton Leisenen ran him down on that play.
Handoff up the middle. Leppel with it, trying to keep the legs driving. Gets stopped shy of the 12. Actually, they'll mark it about the 13-yard line. And it should be enough for a first down. No, it will not. He'll be just shy. A pickup of just 3 on that one. He needed 4.
Jack Zobel was the first contact of him on that play from his left defensive end slot.
Was it a timeout being used by GSL, or are they actually looking at it?
I think they're going to determine.
They are going to. Yeah, Coach Shimperly was looking for a measurement. Seconds left to go and 2 timeouts, so no timeout used so far by GSL. They still have 2 remaining. So it does leave the playbook open, though, for the Panthers here, Clancy.
Well, if you want to get in field goal range, you probably want to get a little closer to the center of the field. You maybe want to run something to the inside or to the left side.
It's either a first down here, Clancy, or it'll be 4th down.
Right.
It's going to be well short here. It's going to be another full yard. Having some issues with the chain, making sure it's down on the right spot.
It's closer. Well, no. Okay, yeah, it's a yard.
It's almost about a half yard, I'll say. Not quite as bad as the last one, which was a full yard. That's about a half yard. 4th and a half yard upcoming. 37 seconds left to go in the first half.
You can run it. You can still stop the clock and still have time left.
Well, remember the clock stops on the first down as well.
Yep, that's right.
Ball will be placed on the right hash at the DC 14-yard line. GSL needs just to the right of the 14-yard line. They need to get just past the 13.
I would bet on Leppel getting the ball right up.
4th and inches, 4th and about a half yard here for GSL. Once the chains are set, the officials will blow the ball ready for play.
Nope.
They haven't yet. The official on the far sideline was making sure the chain was placed back in the right spot. Good job by the other 2 officials hustling in and stopping the play from happening. And now the clock rolls. Here we go. 4th and inches for GSL. Turn handoff up the middle. Leppel got it. First down up to the 11. Pickup of 2. Clock stops to move the chains. See if GSL tries to use the timeout. No, Coach Shimperly's going to get the play call in. That's a first down. Why aren't they moving the chains? Or was there? Yep.
I don't know what the deal was. Wasn't there 30 seconds on the clock? Now there's 34 seconds.
Well, they moved it back. They added some time to 37 and a half when the play.
Okay. All right.
For the measurements to begin with.
Okay.
Now it's rolling again, 32. Anytime now. You guys want to hit the button. There we go. Toss play left side, strike with it across the 10, up to the 5, still on his feet. Nice open field tackle, bringing him down.
Face mask or a holding.
I think there might be a horse collar, Clancy.
Okay.
Looked like he might have yanked him down from behind. Pickup of 9 if it stands.
Eric Kohler with a nice stop there for the Chargers. We'll see what the call is.
I think that they're going to try and figure out if it is or not with the way the tackle is made.
I haven't talked to either captains yet so far. Referee
back
there.
Judge, the back official was the one that threw the flag, I believe. As the conversation goes on, 25 seconds left to go.
Well, you got to give us a call.
Holding on GSL, so it's going to wipe away the run, but it was way downfield. It was at the 4, so it's still 1st and 10?
It's a spot foul from that.
Well, yeah, it's turns into a 1st and 11 maybe.
Right, yep.
For GSL. So that clock's going to roll here once the refs deem it ready for play, and GSL's either got to burn their timeouts. 25 seconds left to go. Clock rolling. They got to sprint up the line. Christensen single wide out to the right, make it 2. Now they got to get Rasper over to the left side. 17 seconds left to go. Takes the snap, rolls right. Johnson looking to pass, flings it out near side to Christensen. Caught at the 5 and out of bounds at the 4. Clock ran some time down and then it stopped.
8 seconds left.
Pickup of 9, or pickup of 10 on the pass and catch to Christensen.
Could get one play in here, but probably have to use that timeout. Then
I don't know why they didn't use it before that play, Clancy. Honestly, they let a lot of time run off as they had to get into the huddle, sprint out.
That's right. Yep.
I get why you wanted to keep it in your back pocket, but with 10 seconds left to go, so they reset it with 10. Cantac single wide out to the right, ball at the DC 4-yard line. He ran out of bounds, so they don't have to worry about a running clock here. Handoff, right side with it, strike, trying to find his way in, dives and is in! 5-yard touchdown run for Carson Strike, right side, and the Panthers re-extend their lead out to 18-7.
That's the 3rd touchdown of the night, so another $20 to the boosters from First Minnesota Bank. For every touchdown that's scored, Panther boosters receive a $20 bill. So we're up to $360 for the season.
And now GSL, I believe, is going to go for 2, try for 2 again here. 5 seconds left to go. So GSL gets all the way down the field, had 2 timeouts, didn't have to use any of them. Take 2 minutes and 47 seconds off of the clock. Has extended the lead at least to 18-7.
Leppel back in the game there. No, they're having him as a lone back. You got 2 receivers out to the left there.
They've changed the clock now to 0.4 of a second.
Oh, this doesn't take any time. This is stop clock here for the extra point.
So they're going to go for 2. Quick pass, slant, right side. Christensen got it from the pass from Johnson. 2-point conversion makes it a 20-7 score. GSL leading over DC. You're listening to Panther Football on KGLB, or here on KARP. We're back in 30 seconds.
No one works harder than Matthews Vashek Construction. Matthews Vashek Construction specializes
play
in
right
modeling,
before half.
custom homes, and light commercial work. Visit
And
them
that-
on
and that
Facebook
2
to find
points
out more. Find experienced
makes it
carpenters
just as
providing
big.
quality
Keeps it to
craftsmanship
2
at
touchdowns.
Matthews
Doesn't
Vashek
give DC
Construction.
the chance to.
Yep.
You're always a step ahead when you shop at Carly Shoes in downtown Hutchinson. They carry brands like Red Wing, SAS, Clark's, New Balance, and quality Dansko shoes. Locally owned and operated and serving the area since 1959, it's Carly Shoes on Main Street, downtown Hutchinson.
20-7 now the lead in favor of GSL. Scoreboards, they're working on getting that corrected. So they're getting that taken care of. 5 seconds left to go, and we're having some scoreboard issues here tonight. There's a lot of that standing water being taken care of. I'll put 10 minutes on the clock. Why not? Let's see what happens. 20-7, GSL leading over DC.
The other thing, they don't have the down and the yardage of where the ball's on tonight.
And that hasn't. And normally they have that. It's not working here tonight.
And that's kind of a nice key to see.
5 seconds on the clock. That drive went 58 yards, took 9 plays, a 5-yard touchdown run by Carson Strike. His second rushing touchdown of the evening and his 5th now of the season. Kickoff. It's going to be a little squibber. It gets touched early, and it's loose, and GSL fell on it, but now the question will be how much time. The officials, I think, are going to have to just keep time down there. I think that's going to be half. Nope, DC did fall on it, and that it will do it for the half. So 20-7 in favor of GSL, the score at the half. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll get your halftime report and stats brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. We're back in 3 minutes here on KARP.
Weeco's Custom Tile and Flooring is located in both Dassel and Litchfield. Tyler and Tina Weeco have been serving you with a variety of flooring products and services for your home for over 10 years. Weeco's invites you to stop by their showroom to see their selection of carpeting, ceramic tile, laminate, hardwood, and vinyl.
After the game,
they offer design, layout estimates, and installation. Contact them today in Dassel at 320-275-1990 or Litchfield at 320-593-1648.
That was the captains from the boys and girls cross country team from GSL that brought the ball out. That wasn't any.
Meeker Memorial Hospital and Clinic, they care about patient experience
coaches?
and
It was
work
a man
to
and a
continually
lady.
provide you with care as it should be.
The captains.
They are backed by the
captains
best
for the
medical
boys and the girls
staff and
team.
specialists. Whether
They
it's
look
Meeker
like
Memorial
adults,
Clinic in
didn't they?
Dassel or
No, those are high schoolers.
or
Those are
Meeker
high school.
Memorial
Okay.
Hospital
I
and
thought it
Specialty
looked
Clinics,
like a mom
they're
and a
here to
dad.
provide you with the best care
Okay.
possible. Visit them online at meekermemorial.org.
Feel your best with a stop at Pure Life Chiropractic and Wellness Center in Glencoe. Hi, this is Dr.
Christensen's
Nick
still got a little
I offer
limp.
full
See that?
chiropractic services
Watch her.
along with Dr.
That
Arthur
left
Nemo.
leg.
Visit
Yeah.
PureLife
She's got a brace or something on there. She's not going 100%.
No, she doesn't have the brace on. That's why.
Nope.
Blake's Gas is your #1 source for propane in the area. Whether it's propane to heat your home, for your stove or grill, your water heater, and more, check first.
There's
with
more
Lakes
coming
Gas.
yet.
Call or
Yeah, I
stop
know.
by Lakes Gas Company, located right off Highway 7 in Silver Lake, your #1 local source for propane.
When you do maintenance on your home, it's a long-term decision. Give Pro Creek Concrete and Masonry a call. They specialize in block work, poured walls, decorative work, stonework, driveways, patios, and much more. Call 952-994-5272 to find out more. Pro Creek Concrete and Masonry.
Hi, I'm John Mockentune of Johnny Rock's Body Shop in Glencoe. For over 23 years, whether you're in need of something as basic windshield repair or as major full-service collision repair, I can help at Johnny Rock's Body Shop. I offer free estimates, work with all types of insurance companies, and offer lifetime guarantee workmanship. Give me, Johnny, at Johnny Rock's Body Shop a call today at 320-894-7664.
Located less than a mile and a half south of Oak Creek Park on County Road 2, it's Johnny Rock's Body Shop, your auto body repair specialist.
Parts City Auto Parts of Cokato takes pride in providing their customers with the best inventory, service, and pricing possible. They offer a huge selection of brand name auto parts from trusted manufacturers. Parts City Auto Parts not only offers automotive parts, but also heavy-duty parts and filters, ag parts, and small engine parts, tools, and much more. Parts City Auto Parts of Cokato, located right on Highway 12.
If you've always wanted to own the very best of something, visit your local John Deere dealer, Midwest Machinery Company of Glencoe, Stewart, and Howard Lake. John Deere quality lives in everything they build. Don't put off that dream of owning the best. Capture it during deer season at your local John Deere dealer, Midwest Machinery Company of Glencoe, Stewart, and Howard Lake.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now time for your halftime stats and report brought to you by Gutter Helmet.
Are the Chargers, did they complete a pass the whole first half?
Yeah, they got 2 completions.
Okay. Went with the quarterback draw. That's how they got their offense going. I mean, in most cases, Risenen was just off the money. He was throwing a nice pass, but just throwing it over the top. When they went to the running play a couple times, then the Panthers put another defensive line. What do the Panthers come out, or what did the Chargers come out doing here? They get the ball to start the second half. So in their game, they need to put some points or get a drive going here to start the second half, where the Panthers, with now a 2-touchdown lead, they can, play back and play a tough defense.
20-7. Let's give you a rundown on how the scoring happened. It started off with GSL had a really nice drive to start off the game, stalled out at just on the fringes of the red zone. The 30-yard field goal. 4 plays took 1:50 off the clock. DC's next drive would be a 3-and-out. GSL gets it back 1st and 10 at their own 45. 11 plays later, they're in the end zone on 1 yard, 11 run. Stop me if you've heard this before, Clancy, with GSL over the years. Strike with a touchdown run. 2-point conversion pass, no good. Gives us a 12-0 lead with 6:31 left to go in the first half. That drive took 5:37 off the clock. Remember, the drive to start the game took just under 8 minutes off the clock, but ended up with no points for GSL. Then a couple of 3-and-outs for both teams, including GSL for the first time in the game had to punt. A nice play on first down that stopped Leppel and really put GSL behind the chains on that drive. DC then gets the ball back at their own 31. 5 plays later, they're into the end zone. It was a 3rd and short when Johnson broke out a 49-yard touchdown run for Blake Johnson for DC to go in the first half. That drive took 53 seconds off the clock, went 69 yards. And as you were mentioning, Clancy, that's where they got their running game really going there. Then GSL would finish off the first half with a nice 9-play touchdown drive that took 58 yards. It went 58 yards, took 2:47 off the clock. A 5-yard touchdown run by Carson Strike, and the 2-point conversion pass from Johnson to Christensen would make it 20-7 the score at the half. And of course, kickoff ran off the final 5 seconds of the first half, and GSL leading 20-7 over DC. But Clancy, you can't feel complacent if you're GSL, because this Charger team, you can kind of see it. If this passing game gets itself dialed in and they're connecting, they can make up these points in a quick fashion. We saw it last week when they took on Delano.
Big key to start the second half. If they can get the Chargers to go out in 3 plays, they can go back to one of their 11, 12, 14 play drives and eat up so much clock. As long as they got the ball in their hands, the Chargers can't score with it. Yes, they can score in a hurry, but if they haven't got the ball, they can't score. And it was a nice combination with Leppel running powerful up the middle, and then Strike going on the outside, and you can see it up here. He puts his hand right on the back of these blockers ahead of him and just kind of weaves his way through. It's very fun to watch up here.
GSL leads by a score of 20-7. We're at the half. GSL leading over DC. We'll take another 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, give you a rundown of scores from around the area last week in the East Central South Division, and also give you a rundown of the scores for Section 2 AAA. A lot of changes going on in the standings in Section 2 AAA last week. We'll talk about that when we come back in 3 minutes here on KARP.
It may be the most hated chore in America,
so what,
cleaning the gutters. Get off the ladder and get
Josh going to pick up this third game? Is that kind of
yes?
But if you
had,
amazing on your home.
I think Lester Prairie plays Mayor Lutheran the last game of the season or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Factory Direct Furniture of Hutchinson is proud to offer the area's best selection of mattresses. At Factory Direct Furniture, they carry top brands like Serta and Mattress First. This selection guarantees that you'll always receive the most comfort, support, and the longest life for the money you spend.
Mayor Lutheran the other night. That ticked me off. I want to keep them knowing that we're behind them. We're ready to follow them all year, so I might do a see when they're home again, or I don't think they've been to Sibley East this year.
Having a friend at the factory.
No, I'm doing the Norwood game there.
In the market for a compact excavator? Check out the Bobcat Advantage, where Bobcat excavators are put head-to-head against other brands in a variety of challenges. More hydraulic horsepower, faster digging
Hutch isn't going any place.
That's
pretty obvious.
Are the best built in the industry.
Coach made a comment the other night. He said, I think my players wanted to be at watching the Twins game. He was tipped. He had nothing good to say for them.
Visit www.farmrightequip.com to learn more.
Dedication, commitment, and a team-first attitude, those are characteristics of a great athlete and also a great car dealership. Hi, it's Jerome Winkles from Hope Motors in Cokato, wishing all of the area athletes best of luck this upcoming season. Don't forget to stop in and see us at Hope Motors in Cokato or online at hopemotors.com.
Mumford Sanitation has been providing professional garbage and refuse removal and hauling services for the surrounding area since 1925. They offer roll-off containers for construction and cleanup, and they provide residential, commercial, industrial, rural, and residential service. Visit MumfordSanitation.com. Hutchinson Health is proud to offer urgent care 7 days a week for athletic and sports injuries, as well as general health issues. Urgent care means better access to the immediate care you need. Find out more at hutchhealth.com. Hutchinson Health regular clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5.
Truck looking like new with a stop at Glencoe Collision Center. Eric Maytag and his crew have years of experience specializing in collision and auto body dent repair.
I hate that when they change these numbers on these guys during the season.
And work with all insurance companies.
Nothing you can
Check
do
out their Facebook page to find out more. It's
I had to find out who
Center.
76 was. I mean,
he's making so many plays.
Yeah. Trust Company. See them for checking and savings accounts, home loans, ag loans, home equity loans, and more. Security Bank and Trust Company in Glencoe, Brownton, New Auburn, Winstead, or Plato, plus 7 other locations. An equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back, everyone. Stevens Seminary Stadium here in Glencoe. Homecoming 2017. Happy so far for GSL, leading by a score of 20-7 at the half over DC. Let's give you a rundown of the scores from last week. First, in the East Central South Division, there's 2 undefeated teams, I should say. Annandale and Delano are the 2 undefeateds. They're playing tonight in Delano. I don't have any score update on that. Let's give you a rundown first, though, of last week. We had GSL defeating Holy Family 14-3. Delano and DC in a back-and-forth game last week. 41-36, Delano defeated DC. Both teams scoring in the final 2 minutes of the game, lead changing hands. Rapid fire there in the later portions of that game, but Delano ends up with the victory. They stay undefeated at 3-0. Annandale victorious last week, defeating Watertown Mayor 34-14. It was New London Spicer all over Litchfield in the non-conference game, the north-south matchup there. New London Spicer 56-20 over Litchfield. So for the games going on tonight, of course, we got GSL hosting DC up 20-7 here at the half. Other scores that we do have, I'm just trying to see if I can get anything. I should mention Hutch leading over Princeton 34-0. You can hear that on AM 12 KDUZ. Give me a second. I gotta look through all my Twitter feeds here, Clancy. It's everything. I can't have it all.
I was looking out to the lights to see if I could see the scoreboard over at Sibley East.
Watertown Mayor leading 8-6 with 8:20 left to go in the first half. Last update we have on that one, they're taking on Litchfield tonight. That'd be a big win for Watertown Mayor. They're 0-4 in the district, though. That'd be a nice win for them here tonight. Other scores, just trying to look through. See if I can find anything else. I don't have anything on Annandale Delano. Holy Family, they're on the road at St. Cloud Cathedral tonight. Probably won't see anything until final tomorrow on that. So we'll flip it on over to Section 2, 3A football. For GSL, with their win last week, they're now 4-1. Only them and Jordan are 4-1 on the year, but with the QRF seeding, GSL big lead now over Providence Academy, who's 3-2. Providence Academy fell to Mound Westonka last week, 24-17. It was Melrose over Rockford, 40-7. Jordan squeaks by TCU, 22-7. Belle Plaine wins on the road, but not pretty, against Worthington, 13-7. For them, Annandale, as I mentioned, over Watertown Mayor, and Maple River, a big win over Norwood Young America, putting them down to 2 losses now on the year in GSL with a big win last week over Holy Family, 14-3. How things sit right now in Section 2 AAA, GSL and Jordan both 4-1 on the season, but Providence Academy at QRF just barely, and I mean just a whisker in front of Jordan is Providence Academy at this time. So Providence Academy 3-2, but just barely ahead in the QRF. Obviously, if the season continues on, I anticipate Jordan getting back ahead of them, but Jordan does have games against Waseca and Marshall still left on their schedule. They're taking on Waseca tonight. I don't have any score update there.
That could be a battle.
That's going to be a tough one, and of course Marshall, who has just been
they've given up an average of 2 points all year. They've had 3 shots. Now back to Jordan.
Waseca is the only team that scored a point against them was last week.
Jordan and Belle Plaine, wasn't that a 2-0 forfeit or how?
Yes, Impetigo outbreak happened at Belle Plaine. They had about 14 of their 34 players had impetigo, so they had to forfeit the game that was going to be homecoming for Jordan. Of course, Jordan Belle Plaine. I don't need to tell you, Clancy, you've been around, you've seen what those that rivalry is for volleyball especially, and football even more so.
Then when they wrestle, they're the best of buddies.
Exactly. Put their arms around each other and they sing Kumbaya.
Right.
So.
But I knew that there was a 2-point win for them in there, and, well, if they got Waseca and Marshall left, they're probably not going to go through those two without giving a bump one place.
Jordan is trailing 8-0 at the half to Waseca. Should mention Watertown Mayor is leading 8-6 over Litchfield at the half of the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Other games going on tonight in Section 2. AAA, Norwood Young America at Sibley East. You mentioned that one. You can listen to that on 1310 AM KGLB. Litchfield's at Watertown Mayor. Mentioned that score. Holy Families at St. Cloud Cathedral. New Ulm is at Belle Plaine tonight. It's homecoming for Belle Plaine going on tonight, and I don't have any update on that one at this time. Actually, hold on. I do have one. 21-12. Belle Plaine leading their game over New Ulm. That's homecoming for Belle Plaine. As I mentioned, Jordan trailing Waseca 8-0 at the half. Rockford on the road at Holdingford. One game tomorrow. Providence Academy on the road there at St. Paul Johnson. That's tomorrow for that one. That's week 6 of the season. You've got 2 teams at 4-1, Jordan and GSL, and you've got a couple of teams at 3 and you got 3 teams at 3-2. Providence Academy, Holy Family, Norwood Young America. Right now, the team out of that 3-2 group that would not have a home game in the first round would be Norwood Young America. They're the team that's kind of got the uphill battle going the rest of the way. That's why tonight's game against an undefeated Sibley East is absolutely huge. If they can pick up a win tonight, that's going to be big for them, especially in the QRF going forward, as they have 2 games they should win against Lake Crystal and GFW to wrap up the regular season. Belle Plaine's at 2-3. They're right there just in case anything happens. They would swoop back up there. Watertown Mayor 1-4, and Rockford 0-5 on
Looking at what the Panthers got left, they should have a good man heavy with their running backs, quarterbacks. They had a quarterback that could really throw the ball nice, and so a little bit of a rebuilding year, but 2 winnable games for the Panthers. They may have suffered their only loss against Delano.
Annandale's undefeated on the season. I'm not going to put the get ready for the second half of action. DC will have the ball first, going left to right. GSL will be going right to left to start the second half of action. Stats from the first half for DC: Paul Risenden, 2 of 6 passing for 11 yards. 1 completion to Lundquist, 1 to Asplund. Lundquist for 8 yards, Asplund for 3. Leading rusher Blake Johnson, 3 carries, 62 yards. Risenden with 4 carries for 10 yards. He got sacked once and also lost a fumble. So to kick it off will be Alexis Sanchez, right to left, ball on the far hash. We thank you for joining us. Second half about to get underway here on KARP. The run up and the kick is away. It's a high short one that'll hop at the 20, bobbled, picked up. Cochran breaks an arm tackle, still on his feet at the 25 and brought down at the 30-yard line. That's where DC will start first drive of the second half, 1st and 10 at their own 30, going left to right.
Alex Eide with the stop for the Panthers.
Ball will be on the far hash. Lights are on bright here at Stevens Seminary Stadium. Thanks for joining us here on 106.9 KARP.
I don't think we've had a drop of moisture fall from the sky as long.
Why you got to say that, Clancy?
Yeah,
Why you got to go and do that?
I'm just trying to be thankful for what we had.
Shotgun 4 wide, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ball on the left hash. Risenden takes the waist-high snap, fakes the run, and going to look to pass, look, throw deep. That one down the far sideline. Nice job, Riley Rosichka. Great defense there. Boxing out Kaiser the entire way down the far sideline and swatting the ball down.
I think Risenden expected him to cut to the post a little more than what he did, but nice pass, but just excellent man-to-man coverage on that play.
Rosichka doing a great job defensively on that one. 2nd and 10 now for DC. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left, so 4 total. Ball on the left hash. Running back Johnson to the right of the quarterback, Risenden. Risenden bent over at the waist, waiting for the shotgun snap. Takes it, hands it off. Johnson with it, wrapped up in the backfield, spun down. No gain on that one for Blake Johnson.
Dylan Richter spun him around and put him for no gain.
So that'll bring up now a big 3rd and 10 for this Charger offense. Trailing 20-7 the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. First drive of the second half. They'll come out 4 wide, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Kaiser the single wide out to the left side of the field. Quarterback rising and bent over at the waist. Johnson, the running back, to his left, takes the head high snap, looking to pass, has time, steps up, looks, swing pass out near sideline. Caught, loss on the play. Caught and hit immediately was Sanders Asplund, and he will have a loss of 1 on the play.
Zach Moore, not one of the biggest bodies out on the field there, but got him around the waist and put him to the ground, and a big series on defense here for the Panthers to start the second half.
So to bring up 4th down, punt team is on. And if you're GSL, that's exactly why you wanted to have to start the second half. Asplund to punt. Got to be careful with him. It's a 4th and 10. They do have an up man, too, with his hands up just in case. Snap goes back to Asplund, gets the snap. It's a nice low line drive over the head of Dane Schwartz. He's got to run back, and that one will roll at the 25, up to the 20. Coach Shimperly yelling for him and everyone else to let it be. It'll be down at the 22-yard line. Nice punt there by Sanders Asplund to flip the field. 1st and 10 at their own 22 with 10:13 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. GSL leading 20-7.
Gained some yardage there on the change of possession, but not getting any yardage to speak of to start this first.
Nancy, you haven't left, so I'm assuming you didn't win.
Well, I was going to go on and get your money if you had. I saw you roll out a $100 bill. I don't know how many tickets you had. This big roll of tickets, so I would think that you're into running.
High formation, handoff up the middle, trying to bounce it right side. Not much there. I'm not sure if that was strike or rasper. We'll see. And it was strike, as you mentioned there, Clancy. Loss of 1 on the play and tried to run it right side. Nice change there defensively as DC was ready for that run play, Clancy.
Jacob Schmitz with a nice, it was kind of a combination, but Schmitz was first on the ball there to make a nice stop, a little loss of yardage.
2nd and 11, I formation, strike the deep man, single wide out, Christensen to the right, Johnson under center, takes a snap, turn, hand off, left side, is going to keep it himself and pull it out, yes he does, and then dives forward with it as Johnson gets it across the 25, up to the 26-yard line, pickup of 5.
I wasn't so sure that Leppel was going to let go of the ball there. He rode him real heavy into the line, and I thought both of those guys up there are carrying the ball at the same time.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 for GSL at their own 26-yard line. This is a big 3rd down for the Charger defense. Johnson running the play in with 10 on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry up the line here. Down to 7 as they break the huddle.
Got to move it.
Down to 3, shotgun formation, 2, 1. Takes the snap, boy, just got it off in time. Johnson rolls right, pass right, caught Christensen, 1st down to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the pass and catch, rolling right side to Christensen.
Cole Cochran ran him out of bounds there, but not until they picked up that 1st down.
Huge 1st down for GSL. That sets it up 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, going right to left. What a huge play. Just got that snap off in time to the Panthers, Clancy, and then get the nice completion to Christensen.
Gage also had been running the play in this time for the Panthers.
He'll be the wide out to the right. I formation, backfield strike out in the eye. Also been in motion, right to left across the line. They're going to hand it off with it. Strike left side coming off a tackle. Bouncing around across the 35, still on his feet, driving up to the 40. And the 41 is where he'll be brought down by a slew of Charger tacklers. A pickup of 6 for Strike.
Eric Kohler on the final stop there. A few guys kind of brushed off of him, but he's the one that wrapped him up and put him down to the turf.
Brings up a 2nd and 4. Strike is going to come off the field here. Ethan Rasper back in. 8:15 and counting left to go. 3rd quarter on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. GSL leading 20-7. Their first drive of the second half. Hand off up the middle. Leppel with it, shooting his way through across midfield, bringing a backpack along across the 40 to the 42-yard line of the Chargers, and a huge 1st down and a pickup of 18 for Leppel.
Cole Cochran his legs, so a big gain there for Leppel.
So it's 1st and 10 at the Charger 42-yard line. 8 minutes and counting left to go in the 3rd quarter. First drive of the second half for GSL. Higgins single wide out to the right. I formation with Strike the deep man. They'll hand it off to, Rasper with it across the 40. Bouncing into his blockers and getting up to the 39-yard line. And a pickup of 4 on the carry for Rasper.
Jacob Schmitz amongst a couple others there for the stop for the Chargers.
2nd and 6, 7.5 minutes left to go. First drive here, the third of the second half for GSL. DC went 3 and out on their first possession.
Inside the 40 now. The Chargers need to stiffen their defense here and not allow the Panthers to put another touchdown on the board.
Hand off out of the wishbone, right side with it. Rasper waiting for it. Spins himself up to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 3 for Rasper on the carry.
Rode it nice into the belly of Leppel and then went to Rasper. And got to give Leppel a lot of credit. He carries that fake out so well. And yet when he's got the ball, he powers straight ahead.
3rd and 2. Strike comes in with the play. Out comes Will Higgins. 3rd and 2 for GSL at the Charger 35-yard line. Kantak, single wide out to the right, wishbone backfield. Going to turn, handoff, strike with it right side, trying to follow his blockers. Got wrapped up, keeps the legs churning. I think he's going to be just short, and he will pick up. Needed 3, got about 1.5.
Jack Zobel, the first one to hit him, and kind of slowed him up enough to eventually stop his forward progress.
About 4th and 1.5 yards.
Huge play here for the Chargers. Big play for the Panthers, but a huge play for the Chargers. They need a stop here to get the ball back in their hands.
Pro set backfield. Leppel straight back. They're going to turn, hand it off. Leppel with it. Stood up at the line. Spins. I don't think he got it, Clancy. And I think the Charger defense is celebrating because they know they've made the stop. It's going to be a turnover on downs. And what a big stand by the Charger defense.
That was huge. That was huge. Normally, Leppel's been picking up that short yardage for him, and a big play here. Now, Chargers need to come back and move this ball on offense. Get something going again with 6:02 left to go here in the third quarter.
So Charger offense comes out 4 wide, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, ball on the left hash. Kaiser the single wide out to the left side. Running back Johnson to left to the quarterback, Risenden. Takes the shotgun snap, going to keep with it. Run left side with it. Risenden gets it across the 35, up to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 5 for Risenden on the QB keep that time. And that was just a straight QB run the whole way, Clancy.
Yeah, it was.
Actually, 33. Wow. Thought he got up to the 34. That's where his head was. Apparently, the football was back at the 33. Or, excuse me, 38.
Kelvin Leisman on the stop for the Panthers.
Pickup of 4.5. Shotgun 4 wide, 2 to each side. Running back Johnson to the right of the quarterback, Risenden. Ball on the left hash. Risenden takes the head-high snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass. Receiver slips, throw near side, overthrown. No one there. Main guy, and there's going to be a flag in the area of a hold, I believe. And it is.
Well, and the other thing, Adam, we get a little comparison of uniforms. The offensive uniforms for the Chargers are basically white. The defense is pretty dark. So you know they haven't been on the field a lot throughout this game.
Because it's a spot foul. Instead of declining it, making it 3rd and 6, GSL is going to bump them back. It's from the 35, and it'll be back at the 25-yard line is where they'll be. They'll have to get just to the 44-yard line for a first down. So it's now a 2nd and 18. Shotgun 4 wide, 2 to each side. Running back Johnson to the right of the quarterback, Risenden. Risenden bent over at the waist, takes the shotgun snap, QB keep up the middle with it, now Risenden.
That was one of the first times that they went two each side.
Has a man off the fingertips. And just thrown beyond Sanders' Asplin reach. And that team will come on on these Clancy.
Yep, that one he had been overthrown, but that one he just let him, maybe a stride too much, but had him open. If they could have connected, he probably went all the way for the touchdown.
Now Asplin had to run down the field on that one, gets back, and he's back to punt. Good punt tonight. Bounces at the hash, they'll let it be, and it'll be down at the 30-yard line. That's where GSL will start 1st and 10 at their own 30 with 4:29 left to go in the third quarter. GSL leading by a score of 20-7 over DC. Adam Bartles, Clancy Kurth with you here. Stevens Seminary Stadium, homecoming 2017 for you. 6.9.
You don't want to cough one up here in this situation like they got in the first half from the Chargers when they got the ball back on their 30-yard line and were able to punch that second touchdown in.
High formation, slanted to the left side. Rasper, the deep man, they're going to hand it off up the middle. Leppel met immediately at the 30. He'll get a yard-ish out of that one. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for GSL. But DC's done a good job stopping that inside dive here in the second half, Clancy.
Josh DeBoer there on that stop. We're waiting for Leppel on that play, but that's how you set up. That's how you set up strike. When you keep diving Leppel, your fullback, into the line, that makes it more effective for your eye back and also for the quarterback to take off sometimes.
Shotgun, and there was apparently the formation wasn't right. Coach Shimperly's going to use a timeout. 3:53 left to go in the third quarter. GSL leading 20-7 over DC on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Timeout, Panthers.
From design to installation, we've got you covered. Great people, great products, great service. Thanks again, Bruce and Deb.
They were kind of hoping for a little bit more timeouts used there in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Would appreciate them for being our sponsor of timeouts all season long.
My reading's even improving, not by a whole lot, but I know Bruce well. He has done things out at our home. I do not know Deb that well, but Bruce has been a good friend. We are very close in age, so we were rivals. He was a wrestler in high school when I kind of wrestled a little bit, but known Bruce a long time. And I think he's got Sudden Sam McNellis doing a little work for him. I can't believe that's happening, but I believe he's employed by them occasionally.
2nd and 9 for GSL, a long 9. Shotgun, 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back to the right of the quarterback. Johnson takes the head-high snap, rolling right, pitch out to Leppel with it out in the open field. Defenders are there, and it's going to be a loss of the play. Loss of 3 on that one to Leppel, and that play had no chance, Clancy.
Well, he's had that more times where he's actually had that tail back ahead of him. Oh, now we got a flag flying here.
Late flag, unsportsmanlike on GSL, and that's going to back him up big time now.
Yep. That, Adam, I think that was.
And that was after the play.
But I think that was close enough to almost being a forward lateral. If it would have been fumbled, I think it could have been considered a pass. 32 now coming in for the Panthers.
Malcolm Everhart.
Everhart coming in.
Checking in, and out will come Leppel. So I think that might have been where the penalty came from.
Infraction might have come from there. We don't make a point of it. These are high school kids. Emotions can run high.
Yep.
And we don't like to see it, but we don't dwell on that.
3rd and a cut snap. Johnson going to get back at the original line of scrimmage of the 15. He's going to pull it all back. He had nearly 20 yards on the rod, and a hold at the line of scrimmage is going to negate everything.
Luke Ahmet just gets him out of bounds there after a huge gain.
So holding, personal foul penalty, now a hold.
But our clock is down to 2:41, so this third quarter is quickly slipping away on the Chargers, and Panthers still have their 20-7 lead.
But they're backing themselves way up. That's going to be half the distance then from the 15. Leppel back into the game for GSL. Everhart out. So it's 3rd and even longer. From the 8, they got to get to the 40. So 3rd and 32. Clancy, how many plays? You got a lot of plays drawn up for 3rd and 32.
I would say the best chance to make
screen, draw, both.
Use Mr. Strike. Mr. Strike, you get enough lead blockers ahead of him and let him follow his blockers through.
Going to go shotgun, 3 wide. Roll to the left is Johnson looking to pass. Has a man Kantak, throws it near side. Kantak catches it, but then steps out of bounds immediately at the 21-yard line. A pickup of 14.
That was a good gain.
On the pass and catch gives him a little bit more breathing room, but the punt team will come out.
Big situation now for the Chargers. They need to capitalize. They should get field position close to midfield or a little bit beyond. They should get very good field position here, and they need to get their offense back on the roll.
It's a good pass by Johnson, but the thing he needed to do was throw it so there could have been any yards gained after the catch for Kantak, because he threw it so close to the sideline. That was the only option he had. Christensen back to punt, standing at his 8. Takes the snap. Pressure comes, but he gets it away. It's a low line drive at midfield. Checks up by Johnson. It was touched by GSL. It'll be DC football. That was touched by Ruzicka first, and that should be moved up. I think they spotted it at the 45. I thought it should get moved up to the 48 because that's where it was touched by Ruzicka.
Isaac Morris did fall on it to keep it in their possession, but no, they're not. They're not moving it.
They're moving it up a little bit, but I thought it was at the 48 is where it was touched. They're spotting it at the 46.
And Mr. Christensen took a little stumble at the end. They're hoping to maybe get a running into the passer or running into the kicker, but that went awry.
So shotgun 4 wide for DC. Ball in the right hash, 4 wide outs to the left. Kaiser the single wide out to the right. Johnson to the right of the quarterback, now hops over to the right, left to the right. He'll run it right side as Risenden gets it close to midfield. He gets upended by Andrew Raspern, brought down, but a pickup of 4 for Risenden on first down, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 6. And for this offense for DC, they're just looking to get anything going here. The score is still only 20-7 with just over 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. GSL leading over DC.
Very close to Johnson actually moving forward. He was in motion, but actually almost took a little half step forward, but no call on the play.
Shotgun 4 wide, 2 to each side. Ball in the right hash, rising in with the running back Johnson to his left, running over to the right side. Sprint option, short side of the field. Nothing there. Christensen stopped him, knocked him out of bounds. Loss of 2 on the play for Johnson.
That's how you run the option. You have that tailback behind your quarterback, but the quarterback was put down or stopped, and Christensen right there on that tailback.
Well, and running that to the short side of the field too, Clancy. That didn't leave Johnson really much of an option once he caught the pitch.
That's right. Big third down play right there for the Chargers.
3rd and 8. Shotgun 4 wide again. Ball in the right hash. Johnson, the running back, to the left of the quarterback. Rising in, stands tall, throw over the middle, caught by Johnson, wrapped up. Johnson keeps the legs churning. He won't have enough for a first down. Nice open field tackle on that one by Cody Ray to bring him down, but it will be a pickup of 8. It'll be 4th and 1.
I think they go for it.
Oh, yeah, that's not a question, I don't think.
They have to keep this drive going somehow. You've got less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Now, what do? They haven't been effective. Does the quarterback rise and keep it, or does he hand it off to Johnson?
Remember, they gave it to Johnson in the same situation in the first half, and he busted it for a big touchdown run. Wishbone backfield. Johnson back there, rising and turn. Hand off. Johnson trying to go right side with it. Breaks through one arm tackle, and he gets the first down. Tackled by Dane Schwartz down at the 42-yard line. A pickup of 3 for Johnson. And nearly busted another one, Clancy.
They had big Noel Hernandez as the lead back in that wishbone. He's a load.
Noah Jenkins, you mean?
No, Noah Hernandez. 5'8", 230-pound sophomore.
Going to go back to that wishbone backfield. That's Keaton Lazanen, fullback in this situation.
Yeah.
They follow the big man, trying to run right side. Johnson looking for a jump cut, not much there. Sia Black foams in on him. Whistle finally blows as Johnson kept his legs driving. And here's where both teams, players and coaches, really need to start settling guys down here. Pickup of 2 on the play for Johnson, but it's starting to get a little chippy down there, Clancy, and you start to see the emotions flare up.
Just a little slip by Johnson on that play, too, and I apologize. That's number 60, Keaton Lazanen. That's the end of our third quarter.
That will do it for the third quarter on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. GSL leads 20-7 over DC. We're back in 60 seconds.
Bum's Family Restaurant in Glencoe offers daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. And don't forget about their famous beef commercial, rated the best beef commercial in the state by WCCO TV. Bum's Family Restaurant in Glencoe, where made from scratch is their recipe.
Save money through energy efficiency and energy conservation rebates. Visit the Glencoe Light and Power Commission website at glencoelightandpower.com to get started. Proud to serve you and to support our local schools and students. It's the Glencoe Light and Power Commission, a leader in renewable energy and energy conservation.
You had Rasper, Johnson, Lemke, and Sprank for your players in the game.
Welcome back, everyone. As we are here in the fourth quarter, GSL leading by a score of 20-7, the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. DC with the football. It'll be 2nd and 7 when we come back to action here in the fourth quarter. Quick score update. from just down the road in Arlington. Sibley East leading 17-0 over Norwood Young America. That game in the third quarter.
Sibley East, a program that's has had a little downtime in some sports. Norwood's kind of been on a roll here lately. Apparently something has kind of went against them there tonight at Sibley East.
Had some heartbreakers this year. That double overtime loss to NRHEG last week, a tough one as well. Handoff up the middle, trying to find some room. Still churning the legs. Now finally stopped. Gave it to the big fullback, the lineman Lazanen, and gets stopped at the 36 is where they deem his forward progress stopped as he was hopping up and down. He had a big touchdown run, as I mentioned last week, against Delano. They get stood up there, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
A well-built young man for a guy that size.
Moore checks out. Bigger body checks in for him. Single wide out to the right is Kaiser. Wishbone backfield, 3rd and about 4.5. Turn, handoff, left side with it, following his blocker. Shot through and off to the races. Oh, what a great saving tackle by Andrew Rasper. Otherwise, that was going to be gone for Cochran into the end zone. Instead, he's brought down to the 15.
Big play there by Rasper. That kept 6 off the board. Chargers
pick up a 25.
Not seeing their running attack or their passing attack going, so now going for that full house backfield.
5 down lineman now for GSL. Turn, handoff. Lazanen with it. He's tripped up and brought down. The big, not a small guy, 6'1", 328-pound senior gets it up to the 13, make it the 14 is where they'll spot it. So just a pickup of 1 or 2 on that one.
They need 2 scores, so they have to punch one in here and then hopefully hold the Panthers again. So far they've had issues stopping the Panther offense attack.
2nd and 8. Rising in, quick step, looking to throw, far side, Kaiser, and that one incomplete. He had that Randy Moss, Chris Carter, little touch there on Shower before he leapt up to make the jump, but incomplete on the pass attempt. Good idea there as everyone had been kind of settled, had been sucked in on the run plays that had been happening. But good job defensively. And check that was, I believe, Rasper on the coverage on that one. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Big 3rd down play now. I mean, they're in 2 down, 4 down territory, but need to get part of this here.
Wishbone backfield, single wide out, Kaiser to the left, ball center of the field. Rising in under center. Long count, turn, handoff, right side, Johnson with it, wrapped up, and he'll keep driving those legs and finally get stopped around the 10-yard line, a pickup of 4. As the clock rolls here, 10:15 left to go in regulation. The Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard, GSL leading 20-7. That was the score at the half. No scoring in the third quarter, but DC in the red zone of GSL for the first time tonight. The other time they scored was a 49-yard touchdown gallop by Johnson. 4th and about 4. Wishbone backfield, ball in the right hash. Rising in under center. Turn, hand off, Johnson. Right side with it, following his blockers, diving forward. He's going to be close. He'll have it. First down, pickup of 5 for Johnson. Clock stops as they move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal at the GSL 6. And now we're seeing some fresh bodies sprint onto the field defensively for GSL. Bigger bodies as well.
Gabe Repke on the bottom of the pile there for the Panthers.
Single wide out to the left is Kaiser. Allslavin will guard him. Ball in the right hash. 1st and goal from the 5. Rising under center. Turn, hand off, left side. Cochran with it. Following his blockers. Diving, stretching in. Touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run by Cole Cochran has made this a one-score game. 20-13.
And now the 2 of those extra point conversions come in big here. They can either kick it or go for 2, but they're only down by 7 points here right now.
Extra point coming.
He's coming with the tee.
9:35 left to go in regulation. GSL leading 20-13, but extra point coming for Sanders Allslavin.
But you've got Risenen out there holding.
Snap is there. Spot bounces it, but finally gets it on the tee. Kick is up, and kick is good for DC. Makes the score now 20-14 on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard with 9:35 left to go. You're listening to Panther and Charger football on KARP. Back in 30 seconds.
My Own Body Shop in Glencoe offers complete auto body repairs.
Since you're listening back there, Dale, right now, the play of the game would be that 25-yard touchdown pass for GSL right now, as it stands.
Schedule your appointment, 320-864-4964. For over 90 years, Harpo Brothers Chevrolet and Buick in Glencoe has worked hard to provide the
still trying to figure out where player of the game might be.
Affordable prices. View their entire new and pre-owned inventory online at harpobrothers.com. Your dealer by choice for generations. It's Harpo Brothers Chevrolet and Buick in Glencoe.
Leppel is
54-yard drive, took 12 plays, and a 5-yard touchdown run by Cole Cochran as they switched from a shotgun 4-wide to a wishbone backfield. And then all of a sudden, DC has a touchdown on the board with Cochran's run. Extra point up and good, 20-14 in favor of GSL. 9:35 left to go. That drive taking over 5 minutes off the clock.
And put a refrigerator Perry in there as that lead blocker.
That's Keaton Lozanen. Kickoff is away. He'll bounce and get picked up on the hop by Moore at the 20 to the 25 and got decleated and down to the 30-yard line. That's where GSL will start 1st and 10 at their own 30. 9:35 left to go. GSL leading 20-14 over DC.
Look, Luke Ahmet on the tackle there for the Chargers.
9:29 left to go in regulation. Still
now you
plenty
want
of time
one of
left.
these 12-14 play drives and finish it off as a score. This is what the Panthers are good for. Now we'll see if the Chargers can stop this running attack.
GSL will come out with a wishbone backfield. Single wide out, Kantak to the right, ball on the left hash. Going to hand it off. Second man through right side with it. Strike got a big hole across the 35 to the 40. Flag on the play. Strike's going to go the distance, but I think a flag is going to wipe it away. 20-10-5 touchdown. Carson Strike, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to pull it all back. GSL thought they had the big play. Instead, they have a holding call that wiped out a 70-yard touchdown run by Carson Strike.
I was already ready to read the Panther Bucks here, but the flag went down very early, so it happened real soon before that play really got going.
What a swing that it could have been for the Panthers. After a nice methodical drive by DC, GSL came out, had it busted for a 70-yard touchdown run to Strike, but instead it backs him up, and it'll be 1st and 20 now. Actually about 19 for GSL.
Strike was going back into Huntle. I thought maybe after the long run that they'd take him out for a play and kind of let him catch his breath.
He pulled away from everybody, Clancy. There was no one close.
Yep.
Coach Shimperly not happy with the call. Shotgun, 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson takes a snap. He rolls right, looking to pass. Pressure comes, throw near side, incomplete. Trying for Christensen near side at the 31-yard line. Had him there, but the pass just a little wide. And that's the first incompletion by Johnson on the evening.
Haven't thrown the ball a lot, but they've connected when they've needed to. They've relied so much on their running game tonight, but that holding play, we'll see where that factors in at the end. And the 2 missed conversions are looming real big right now.
9:09 left to go. Single wide out, Kantak to the right, wishbone backfield, handoff, second man through right side with it, breaking an arm tackle, Strike again, and then an ankle tackle as he's brought down, and then a flag on the edge, and I think that's going to be on Ethan Rasper.
2 flags.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hold. I think he tackled down the defender for DC, number 21, Cole Cochran, who comes up hobbling. But okay and still good to go.
Well, and the thing is, Strike did not show that burst of speed, but he followed his way through there, and then when he gets into open field, then he puts it in high gear and takes off.
So another hold, this time at the 27-yard line. We'll back him up. They're gonna accept the play. Yeah, they want to back him up some more with 9 minutes left to go. Pin them back. They'll be back at their own 17 now. They need to get just shy of the 40 for a first down. This drive started at their own 30. There's been 2 holding calls. We got second down upcoming.
And the big thing
Higgins
now,
checks in. I think Strikes. Nope, that's Ethan Rasper checking out.
The Chargers are only down 6 points right now. So it's or 7 points.
6
points.
You're right.
6 points.
You're right.
So any turnover or anything here can put that ball right in their hands and put that tying touchdown up there.
Wishbone backfield for GSL with Higgins and Strike, the deep guys. They'll hand it off to Strike. Second guy through tries to hop left side, and this time the defense is there to bring him down. No gain on the play for Strike.
57 on the bottom of the pile. I've called his number a lot. Jack Zobel there to make that stop.
And now it's 3rd and 23 for GSL. 8:15 and counting left to go. Boy, DC has a long touchdown drive. It looked like GSL had the touchdown run immediately right back by Carson Strike, but a holding call calls that back, and another one on this drive. Had an incompletion. Shotgun formation. 3 wide, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, ball in the right hash. Johnson takes the waist-high snap. Has time, 3-man rush. Looking, throwing deep to the near side towards Strike. It is knocked away at the last second. What defensive play. David Miklas got his hand in there, and I think just got a piece of it. Otherwise, Strike would have caught that one, and that would have been a huge conversion for GSL. He was at the 40, is where that one was swatted away from him.
Now you got to get a good snap back to that punter and hopefully get a good punt off here and push the Chargers. Their return man is inside the 50-yard line right now.
And that's Johnson. That's Blake Johnson back to receive. He's standing just in his own territory at the 47-yard line. Christensen the punt from his own 5. 7:50 left to go in regulation. Pressure comes from the right side. Gets time. Punt away. It's an end-over-end. Kick caught by Johnson as he slides down to the 46-yard line. That's where DC will start. 1st and 10 at their own 46 with 7:43 left to go. And boy, Clancy, we got ourselves a barn burner here for the final 7.5 minutes. DC trailing by 6.
Well, it's kind of funny. The team that we thought was going to throw the ball for tons of yards has run the ball for their touchdowns. And the Panthers have connected on some of their passing game, and yet Strike had it there. Just an early hold on that, took that touchdown away from them.
Kaiser, single wide out to left, still that wishbone backfield. Lazanen, the fullback in that wishbone. Got Cochran and Johnson, the deep men. They'll hand it off to Johnson right side, trying to break some arm tackles. Gets it across midfield up to the 49-yard line of GSL, and a pickup of 5 for Johnson and Clancy. It's nothing fancy. They're just, student body right, follow the league blockers, and just keep it moving, keep the chains going.
Adam, Lazanen can fire off that ball. He leads the way. I mean, he takes one guy out and sometimes 2 guys out. He is a big blocking back there in that point of the wishbone.
2nd and 5. Single wide out Kaiser to the left. They'll hand it off left side. Cochran with it, trying to get to the outside. He gets wrapped up. He gets held. He tries to dive and stretch himself out. He'll get about a yard on that one with a stretch at the end. Good job on the tackle there by GSL's Corey Johnson. Back out there playing defense again. He had done that earlier in the season.
Well, it's a crucial situation. You put your best 11 out here right now. You're looking at 6.5 minutes to go here by the time we get our snap.
Kaiser single wide out to the right, wishbone backfield. Rising in will be under center. Lazanen in the fullback, Johnson and Cochran, the deep guys in that wishbone backfield. In this 3rd and 5. Takes the snap. Johnson Rising looking to pass, flips it out far side, overthrown. Slipping was Johnson, spinning around out of the backfield. I think on that one, Johnson spun himself around like a top a little too much, and it's incomplete. And 4th down upcoming, but they're in GSL territory. But I do see the punting team coming on. But if you're GSL, there's probably a wary eye here about a punt in this situation. I don't know if GSL is even going to send anyone back here.
You got
everyone staying up. Yeah,
Asplin's in there. He's pretty shifty back there.
Sanders Asplin back to punt. They will send Dane Schwartz back to receive. In case this isn't a fake, it's 4th and 5. All 3 timeouts left for DC. This game's not over by a long stretch. Gabe Repke trying to wave guys around, making sure everyone's in the right position. Asplin gets the bit and will punt it away. A knuckleball punt will be caught by Dane Schwartz as he made a little juke there right at the end. Thing was knuckling on him. He catches it. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Isaac Morris for the Chargers was tearing down and made it a little more difficult, but hauled it in, kept possession. That's the big thing. You don't want to fumble that punt after you've made a stop on defense.
So 3 and out. for DC. GSL with it, 1st and 10 at their own 17, going left to right across your radio dial. The wind to their back, 6:19 left to go. They lead by a score of 20-14 on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. Johnson will be under center. Wishbone backfield, turn handoff up the middle with it, left side, and tripped up and brought down is Spencer Leppel up to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the carry for Leppel.
Jacob Schmidt's got him by the ankles, and that's what you do with these big fullbacks. You don't try and hit them head on. You grab for their ankles, and that's the quickest and easiest way to bring those big boys down.
2nd and 7. I formation backfield. Strike dots the I. Fullback is Leppel. Johnson under center. Takes the snap, turn, hand off, right side with it. Strike looking for room. He had a hole there, but boy, that thing closed up quickly. Good job defensively by DC to snuff that play out. He gets it up to the 23-yard line, pickup of 2 for Strike.
Jack Zobel there again. We've called his number. The one we haven't called as much this half has been Blake Snyder. They've kind of run away from him. He kind of controlled his area of the ball, and this half we have not called his number or his name nearly as much as that first half.
3rd and about 5 for GSL at their own 23-yard line. Wishbone backfield, single wide out to the right, turn, hand off, second man through right side with it, and breaking across the 25. It's going to be close. I think Strike is going to be just short. Ref on the near sideline, waving to stop the clock. And it's going to be close. Corey Johnson comes over and checks it. He's signaling first down.
Well, of course you do.
Officials are going to come over, and they're going to bring the chains out to look at it. This one's going to be close.
Yep.
Be very close.
Football length short.
That's Clancy's call on that one. We'll see. 5:05 left to go. If they get it, that's a big first down.
Oh, it's huge.
DC does have all 3 timeouts left.
We've had, 4 measurements, 5 measurements? We've had a fair number, and it's always been on this side of the field.
3 or 4. Clancy was
wrong.
Just either right or just wrong.
Just wrong.
A link. A link is all it is, and I think GSL's probably going to go for it here if it's 4th and an inch. Maybe 2.
I don't know, Adam. I guess I would disagree. You've got the lead. You don't want to turn the ball over here this side on the field. You have to make it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You've watched Hutchinson a lot over the years, Clancy.
Yep.
I mean, this is a fairly similar situation.
Yep.
I think GSL is going to go maybe a hard count, and then it's going to probably be the dive play, potentially.
They might try the hard count and then take a timeout if they don't get them to jump. Boy, I don't want to turn that ball over to DC here at the 26.5-yard line. That's just too close.
4th and inches for GSL. They're going to go for it. Handoff, right side, Strike. Got the first down up to the 30. Stood up at the 32-yard line. And then he gets a nice push from behind by his offensive lineman and falls forward up to the 33. And Clancy, I could see it immediately once the handoff happened. Corey Johnson was celebrating. He knew they had the first down.
Caden Schmidt on the bottom of the pile there for the Chargers. And the big thing what happens now, you're going to see guys trying to pop that ball out or grab at the football. They're going to tackle the football as much as the player. The big thing you can't do is let the player get away from you. But huge first down here for the Panthers with 4:36 and counting. And you take your time. You watch
10 on the play clock.
Watch your play clock run down as long as you can here.
Down to 5. Johnson under center with a pro set backfield. Takes a snap at 3. Hand off to Leppel. 2 hands on the ball across the 35. Trying to push the pile forward up to the 36. A pickup of 3 for Leppel on the carry. Clock continues to roll here.
Josh DeBoer, one of those getting off from the bottom, and also number 57, Jack Zobel. We've called him a lot here in the second half. His uniform is pretty gray, pretty black. He's been around the pile all night for them.
2nd and 7, 3:55 and counting left to go. GSL leading 20-14 on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard. We only have 3:50 and counting left to go in regulation. All 3 timeouts left for DC. GSL converted on a 4th down already on this drive deep in their own territory. I formation, handoff right side. Strike looking for a hole to develop. It does not. He'll fall down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that carry for Strike.
Eric Kohler held up his blocker and then waited for Strike to come into him.
Lazinen's going to check in defensively now for DC. Out goes Josh DeBoer. So a big 3rd and about 7 for GSL at their own 36-yard line. Need to get to the 43 for a first down. Kantak single wide out to the right, ball on the right hash. Going to hand off, student body right with it. Strike gets it up to the 40, keeps the legs turning, dives, falls forward. It could be another inch close measurement, but I think by the spot on the near judge, it will be enough. Yes, a first down. Pickup of 8, first down for GSL.
With 3 minutes to go.
Helmet for Strike having some issues, so they're going to stop the clock here.
Jacob Schmidt's also running off, I think, with a helmet issue there. He was waving his hand. I think he's got an equipment issue there.
Clock rolling, 3 minutes left to go in regulation, but remember, DC still has all 3 timeouts left. This one is not over by a long shot. 20-14, GSL leading here in the fourth quarter. They led 20-7 at the half. DC had a score early in this fourth quarter to make it 20-14.
Well, it's pretty obvious it's either going to go to Leppel or to Strike.
Give it off to Strike, coming around right side, following his lead blocker. He gets it across the 45, stood up, and he'll get run out of bounds on the play at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the carry for Strike, but the big thing was getting run out of bounds at the end of the play there, Clancy, because that stops the clock.
Stops the clock. You're right. Yep. Number 20 now.
That's Will Higgins
into the lineup.
Strike's going to get a breather here.
And if you run a lateral to the other sideline, you eat up more clock. Right now, you're dealing with a clock issue. The longer you have the clock, the less time the Chargers have to get possession back.
Slanted eye to the right side, false start, Leppel. I got 3 flags out of 3 out of the 5 saw that. Everyone in the stands saw it as well.
Yellow and green, they got the John Deere colors out there.
So 5-yard penalty is going to make it 2nd and 12 now for GSL.
Strike back in.
Will Higgins out. Back of the jersey now for Strike has gone from gray to a greenish gray.
Yep. But overall, the field looks pretty decent.
Field's holding up about as well as you could ask for.
You don't see any real muddy spots or anything. They've got a nice crown to this field, and we haven't had any deluge rains
during the game. Yeah,
during the game, correct.
Wishbone backfield, ball in the right hash, 2nd and 12, handoff, second man through, right side, Strike with it, jukes away from the first tackler up to midfield, and he's brought down there. Pickup of 7 on the carry for Strike, and now the first time out being used by DC with 2:19 left to go. A big third down upcoming. It'll be 3rd and 4, timeout. Chargers here with 2:19 left to go on the Glencoe Light and Power scoreboard.
This timeout is brought to you by Bruce and Deb Bergman, Interiors of Glencoe, Hutchinson, Laconia, celebrating over 39 years of service, quality, and value. Call for your free in-home or design studio appointment today. Thanks again, Bergman Interiors.
So they're very happy here. Big third down upcoming for GSL and for DC. This is where having Strike get run out of bounds on that first down play is big, because that's saving them a timeout right now. They'll have at least one. If they make the stop here, they'll have 1 timeout and about 2 minutes, give or take, to get down the field for a potential game tying and then a potential game winning extra points.
Okay, Mr. Risky Guy. If you're a foot short, do you go for it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you're going to go for it back at your own 24 or 26,
I
don't see how being at their 46 changes your mindset that much.
Right.
And it's only a foot or a couple inches.
The key to this, and I've called his name a lot tonight, is Mr. Leppel. If he doesn't get the ball, he has shown shuts a good fake into the line. He always takes 2-3 guys with him, and that kind of opens it up. I would say if Leppel doesn't get the ball, a lot will revolve around what he does.
2:21 on the clock. They come out with 2 wideouts to the left. I formation backfield. Toss left side. Strike looking to get to the edge. Looking to get across midfield. He spins out a one-arm tackle. He's got the first down and run out of bounds. That's the bad news. He got out of bounds at the 43-yard line. But boy, Clancy, what a play there by Carson Strike. Just took it on a toss play left side and got that first down.
Well, and I just mentioned his name, but Leppel was out in front of him, and he was able to fend off that first would-be tackler for the Chargers Got out of bounds, yes, but he got the first down. That's the key thing. There's only 2:13 left to go in the game.
2 timeouts still left, though, for DC, and they won't have to use one here because he ran out of bounds.
Okay, all right.
And you got a player down, Eric Kohler, on the far sideline. I think it's an equipment issue. Quick break in the action. We'll take one as well. 30-second timeout. GSL leading 20-14. We're back in 30 seconds on KARP.
Meeker Memorial Hospital and Clinic
I
are
know
proud
he had an
sponsors of local high
unsportsmanlike,
school
but
sports.
I would
At Meeker
vote
Memorial
for
Hospital
Level.
and Clinic, they
Go
care
with him
about
or
patient
Christensen.
experience
Him
and
or
work to
Christensen.
continually provide you with care
That's
as
my
it should
Christensen
be.
had it.
They are
didn't he?
backed by the region's best medical staff and specialists. Whether
No,
it's Meeker
no,
Memorial
he
Clinic
didn't
in
have it.
Dassel or Litchfield,
Strike,
or Meeker
Lemke,
Memorial Hospital and Specialty
Johnson,
Clinics,
and Rasper.
they're here to
Yep, so
provide you with the
Christensen
best
didn't have
care
it.
No, he hasn't
possible.
had. It was
Visit
Cantac
online
last
at
week. I forgot to write that one in.
meekermemorial.org.
He had the bonehead.
Break in the action done. 2:13 left to go in regulation. GSL leading 20-14. Still with the ball. They've converted 1 third down, 1 fourth down already on this drive. It started back at their own 17. Upcoming is play number 10 of this drive. GSL leading 20-14 over DC. Chargers still have 2 timeouts left. Wishbone backfield. Johnson under center. Turn handoff. Right side strike with it. Powers forward across the line of scrimmage up to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 3, make it 2 on that carry for strike, and a quick timeout called by the Chargers.
Keaton Losnan, the first one to make contact on the runner there and puts the stop on the play.
So timeout with 2:07 left to go. Timeout Chargers, GSL leading 20-14.
This timeout is brought to you by Bruce and Deb Bergman's Interiors of Glencoe, Hutchinson, and Laconia. With name brand floor covering and window treatments direct from the mill to you, plus cabinets from Cambria countertops. Call for your free in-home or design studio appointment today. Bergman Interiors.
What a game we're having here tonight between GSL and DC, but Clancy, it always seems to be that way. When these two teams meet on the football field, it always seems to be close and come down to the final possession. That's what we're seeing here. Only 1 timeout left now for DC, but even if they can make the stop here, they'll still have, give or take, a minute or so to try and get down the field if they can get the stop here. But 1 more first down, it's all but over.
Hey, you cradle that football. You do not put that football out there for your defensive players to take a pop at it. They have not had a turnover all night, and that's huge right now. You don't want to turn the ball over right here.
2nd and 8. Handoff coming around the edge, jet sweep with it. Strike to the 40, at the 35. Stiff arms his defender, trying to stay in bounds, and he did. Tackled and down in bounds, but I believe he got the first down across the 35 to the 33. It's a first down and a pickup of 10 on the play for strike. Make it 9 on that 2nd and 8. And did you see him there on the edge of the field, Clancy, realizing where he was? And I think his teammates and the coaches were helping remind him to get down in bounds.
I think is there any way that they could kind of push him over? We got a timeout here. What are they pointing?
Timeouts, DC. They're going to use their 3rd and final timeout with 1:55 left to go, and GSL leading 20-14. So timeout on the field for the Chargers.
We've got another ad from the Bergmans. This timeout is brought to you by Bergman's Interior of Glencoe, Hutchinson, Laconia. Bruce and Deb got you covered with floor coverings, window treatments, cabinets, and Cambria countertops. Call for your free in-home appointment today. And maybe Sam McNellis will come out and give you some service. Yeah, right.
1st and 10. Appreciate Bruce and Deb for helping sponsor these
and
timeouts.
I'm expecting some treat from Mr. McNellis. As many times as I've mentioned to you, he's an old guy. He played
like
back.
You, Clancy?
He played back in the day when I played. And that's old.
1st and 10 at the Charger 33-yard line. GSL, they reset the clock to 2 minutes left to go.
Student section up on their feet right now, knowing that this is a crucial play in the game.
Wishbone backfield handoff, right side with it, strike across the 30, wrapped up, knocked forward across the 25 to the 24-yard line. He'll be shy of a first down, pickup of 8 for strike on the carry. Clock continues
Luke
to roll.
Ahmet made the final stop on the play. A couple others came off of attempted tackles, but he wrapped them up.
GSL will snap this ball with about 1:20 left to go in the game.
but very close to another first down. That was a huge pickup.
Pickup of 8. I think they feel like they need to get one more first down just to guarantee everything. Wishbone backfield, no wideouts, handoff, Leppel up the middle, powers forward. He's got it up to the 20. And that, my friends, will do it for this one here tonight. A pickup of 5 on that run for Leppel, and GSL will pick up the win. And they'll improve to 5-1 on the season, 3-1 in the East Central South Division. We got 1:12 left to go. It's victory formation time for the Panthers, and they're going to hold on to win here. Final score will be 20-14. Johnson will take one kneel down. He'll have to take one more to make it official here tonight. But boy, what a battle by this Chargers squad, but coming up just short against GSL.
All the points scored in the first half. The Panthers did not score here in the second half tonight. Put that 8-pointer up right before the end of the first half, and that's the difference in our game here right now.
Johnson will have one more kneel down to do before we get ourselves ready for the Pro Auto game wrap that'll be coming up here shortly. GSL will use the play clock. Do we have some scoreboard issue here with about 30 seconds left to go? I think the play clock reset itself.
Well, with all the rain and whatnot, I'm sure some of the wiring probably isn't quite up to par.
Just going to be one more kneel down, and that'll make it official here tonight. 30 seconds left to go, because they won't immediately spot the ball ready for play. There's the kneel down for Johnson. Clock rolls. And now they look at the clock. They spot it. Now it's ready for play. That will do it. Final score here at Stevens Seminary Stadium. GSL holds on to win over DC. They win by a final score of 20-14. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have your Pro Auto game wrap coming up in 2 minutes here on KARP.
Waste Management, the industry's leading environmental services provider, offering a full range of waste removal and recycling services throughout McLeod County and surrounding areas. From everyday collection to environmental protection, think green. Think Waste Management.
This was contact.
See the auto shop in Glencoe for quality used auto sales. New customers receive 20% off.
I don't care.
I don't want to give it to
builders in Glencoe.
I would lean to Leppel if
on Facebook and at